If you want to spot a real miracle, try sitting quietly for 15 minutes in a world that never stops talking. Welcome to the Jay Whiz Zone, where we ask if your soul is actually growing or just getting crowded by all that Christian content. Let's get real for a second. Wanting to know God is a powerful thing, but in an age where you can stream a sermon while brushing your teeth and order a devotional before your toast pops, it's easy to confuse collecting spiritual facts with connecting to the living God. Sometimes, the more you pack into your mind, the less room you leave for your heart to breathe. Imagine your spiritual life as a garden. If you keep planting seeds but never give them time to take root, all you get is a patch of dirt with a lot of potential and not much fruit. That's what happens when you binge on podcasts, books, and videos, but never pause to let any of it sink in. Here's a curveball. The Bible actually tells us to stop. Psalm 46 verse 10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is not just about emptying your schedule, it's about making space for God to fill you up. But let's be honest, stillness can feel awkward. It's tempting to fill every quiet moment with someone else's voice instead of letting God speak to you directly. Jesus was a master at teaching. The crowds in Matthew chapter 7 verses 28 through 29, Matthew chapter 13 verse 54, and Matthew chapter 22 verse 33 were amazed by his words. But he did not want people to just memorize his teachings. He wanted them to walk with him, to let his words shape their lives. There is a difference between hearing and absorbing. So, what's really driving the urge to keep consuming more? Sometimes it's curiosity, sometimes it's pain, and sometimes it's just habit. Filling every moment with content can feel like progress, but it can also be a way to avoid what's really going on inside. If you never pause to process, you end up with a head full of facts and a heart that is running on empty. If you are feeling this, let me know what you have been consuming lately. Share your favorite resource or admit your latest spiritual binge. And if you want more Jay Whiz in your feed, you know what to do. Let's talk about contemplative prayer. Some folks think it is mysterious, but it is really just about focusing your attention on God and letting Him do the talking. That means letting go of the urge to always be learning something new and just being present. Sometimes the most spiritual thing you can do is nothing at all. Maybe you need a friend or a mentor to help you process what is happening inside. Maybe you need to ask yourself, what am I really searching for? Is it comfort, clarity, or connection? Let your need guide your search and invite God into that space. Here is a surprise. The moments that feel the least productive, the quiet, the waiting, the not doing, are often the most fruitful for your soul. That is where trust grows. That is where you learn to listen. So here is your Jay Whiz homework. This week, carve out a little space for silence. No playlists, no books, no screens, just you and God. Ask Him what He wants to say. You might be surprised by what you hear, or by the peace that comes when you stop trying to fill every moment. All right, I am wrapping up. Do not let your hunger for more turn into spiritual indigestion. Remember, you are invited to a relationship, not just a lecture series. Let your soul breathe and watch what God does with the quiet. Catch you next time.